Hi student, in previous classes we discussed about crop production and management. That is the introduction part for crop production and management. In this topic we discussed about different types of crops like kharif crops and rabi crop, and define definition for crop, and why we should follow the activities that agriculture practices to get the more yield of crop production and all. So this class will discuss briefly in step by step what are all the process to be carried out for crop production. So first step, preparation of soil. So preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. So one of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. Why we should need to turn the soil and loosen it? Why? Because this allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily when they go deep into the soil. Why does the loosening the soil allow the roots to breathe easily? Because we all are known about some invisible microorganism, or like some earthworm, like some insects like earthworms, and microbes are present in the soil. So these organisms are friends of the farmer. Since they further turn and loosen the soil and add humus to it, but why does the soil need to be turned and loosened? Again they are asking the same. So the answer for that, so it all you have learned in the previous class, the soil contains minerals, because in that bottom of the soil contains more living organism, also in dead plants and animal get decomposed by soil organism. So in this way the various nutrients held in the dead organism are released back into the soil. So these nutrients are again absorbed by plants. So by turning and loosening of the soil, thereby we will enrich the nutrient to the soil. So since only the few centimeter of the top layer of the soil suppose plant growth, turning and loosening the soil brings the nutrient rich soil to the top, so that plants can use these nutrient. Thus, turning and loosening of the soil is very important for cultivation of crop. So I think you are very clear idea about why we should need to loosen or soil the turn the soil, because for to get breathe easily for the some microorganism like some insect and invisible microorganism and earthworm also we are by turning or turning the soil, so that we are going to enrich the soil, that means enrich the nutrient to the soil. So the process of loosening and turning, how will you do the process of loosening and turning the soil? By using the device known as tilling or ploughing. So this is done by using a plough. Ploughs are made up of wood or iron. If the soil is very dry, so what do you do? If the soil is very dry means, so previously we should moisten with or wet with the water. It may need watering before ploughing. So the ploughed field may have big pieces of soil called crumbs. See, so there we are going to make into a not fine powder, somewhat porous nature, so that it will very easily exchange the gas also. So the fluffed field may have big pieces of soil called crumb. It is necessary to break these crumbs. So with the plank, the field is leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation process. Irrigation process means that means giving water to the soil. The leveling of soil is done with the help of leveler. So leveling means so it uniformly distributed throughout the land. So leveler will help us to uniformly distributed all the doesn't have up and downs. That means it leveling the soil is done with the help of leveler. Sometimes manure is added to the soil before tilling. So sometimes why we are adding manure to the soil means that thereby enrich their soils. So this helps in proper mixing of manure with the soil. The soil is watered before sowing. Then next one, agriculture implement. What do you understand that agriculture implement? Implement is nothing but it's a tool or utensil used for agriculture purpose or used for um, crop production. So before sowing the seed, so first process we are doing preparation of soil. So we already discussed how to prepare the soil by loosening or turning the soil so that it enrich the nutrient to the soil. Also additionally adding of manure, thereby additional nutrition we are giving to the soil. Also if it is dry means we are adding some water to the soil. So and also if it is any cramps, that means it's a big size of like a stone like structure, we are making into cramp, that the cramp to be broken into small pieces. Also by using with the leveler we are going to leveling the soil. So these and all comes under preparation of soil. And if it is dry also we are going to wet with the soil so that so the soil is ready for preparation, the soil is ready for sowing the seeds. Now this topic, this subtitle says that agriculture implements mean implements is nothing but it's a tool or device. It's a tool or device used for crop production or for agriculture or for fluffing or what do you say. So before sowing the seed it is necessary to break soil to the size of the grind to get better yield. So this is done with the help of various tools. So what we are going to do before sowing the seed, so it is necessary to break soil to the size of the grains. So it depends upon the size of the grain. So you all everyone known about all the grains not in same size or shape. So it's the size and shape will be vary. So according to the size and shape we are going to break the soil according to their size of the grains. So this is done with the help of various tools. The main tool is used for the purpose or the plough, hoe and cultivator. See, look at this picture. This is known as fluff. Then everyone you might have been seen that plough. See, by using pulls or camels or horses we are going to plough the soil. This is known as beam. This wooden stick like this is known as beam, and here this is known as plough shaft or plough share. Then how will you do this? The plough is being used since ancient time for tilling the soil. Tilling is nothing but ploughing, adding fertilizer to the crop, removing the weeds. What is meant by removing the weeds? Removing the weeds is nothing but to remove the unwanted plant or scraping the soil. So this implement is nothing but this device is made up of wood and is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals, horses, camels, etc. It contains a strong triangular iron strip called plough share. The main part of the plough is the long log of wood. See, look at the picture. This is known as long log of wood, um, which is called a plough shaft. There is a handle at one end of the shaft. The other end is attached to a beam which is placed on the bull's neck. One pair of bulls and the man can easily operate the plough. So the indigenous wooden plough is increasingly being replaced by iron ploughs. Though in ancient time they used to make with the wooden, but now it is replaced by iron ploughs. The next one, hoe. It is a simple device which is used for removing